Are in business, there's nothing more important than communication. And now, as your sales and marketing guy, I want to share with you now three big communication mishaps, the big three mistakes that most business owners make when they're trying to take control of their marketing and their sales efforts. So, what I do every day is I build sales and marketing systems for my clients to get predictable and scalable results. Now, not everybody wants to scale up to seven figures overnight. So I had to create a system that was going to be able to provide them with controllable scalability. This means that as we grow, as we add more to, we don't dilute the actual service. There's no pressure in hiring. The system is going to be there for you when you need it. And it's going to be like a water faucet for you to turn on when you're ready to pour more into your business. But the only way to be able to get the results that we do consistently for our clients is through effective communication, not just between the client and our company, but between the client and their market. If you are stuck thinking to yourself, well, there's got to be a better way for me to get this product or service sold, for me to sell to more people, for me to fill up my calendar and sell more of my product, these kinds of things, they all happen with good communication. Proper communication is going to lead to the result that you're looking for, right? The expected outcome is determined by how well you can communicate. So when we look at these miscommunication errors, let's take a look at number one. The first one is thinking that you as a business owner can market your way into more sales. You're not going to market your way into more sales. Advertising, sales and marketing systems, what we create, that front end, that attraction, that being able to build the awareness so that people are interested in doing business with you, that is all based on you being able to have something that people want. So if you can't get folks to buy from you, if there's brokenness in that sales system, if there are flaws with your presentation, with your demo, with your actual, transaction mechanism, right? Then there's no amount of marketing that's going to take place to override that. So you can't think, well, I've never sold a product before. I've never sold my service before. I've never been to 10, 15, 30, 40, 60 grand a month before. So, I'm just going to go ahead and hire someone to build a system for me that can do it because I've never done it before. The likelihood of that happening is very slim to none. You've got to have a proven product, a proven service, something that's going to say, hey, look, this differentiates me from the rest. This is what allows me to grow. This is my vision for the company. This is how I'm going to build my offer. When we have all of those in place, we're able to really go into more in-depth communication with your market, which then really clears up everything that needs to be said so they are more comfortable doing business with you. It's never going to be you marketing your way into more sales. Number two, the miscommunication is that using what you feel, what you think sounds good versus the data. The data is there based on the actions people are taking. And let me be clear by saying and pointing an example that when you are, let's say, if you've never sold anything before, or if you've never talked about your own business, your own service, if you've never created something, then you won't know what I'm talking about. But if you have ever shared your idea with a friend or a family member, they'll go, oh my goodness, that sounds so good. But then you ask them to purchase from you, do business with you. And what do they say? Right? They're like, well, you know what? It's I'm really not in the market. It's not, I'm not looking, da, 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 da. But you just said it sounded good. It sounded perfect. It sounded like a no-brainer, right? So you hear a lot of people will say one thing and then do another. And that's what you want to focus on, is what they're doing, not what they're saying. And when you focus on customer behavior and consumer behavior and patterns and mindset, then the system that I'm creating just makes that much more sense. You've got to understand that these people that are coming to you, they're in a certain segment of doing business. They're in a certain thought process, certain research phase, certain decision-making phase. And when we have all these things lined up, it allows the consumer to feel more like they are ready to make the decision. And when they are ready, oh my goodness, I'm going to go with that person who communicated clear to me what it was that they had, why it was important for me to take action, and what were my requirements so that I wasn't getting a bait and switch, right? Now, miscommunication number three is that you're not keeping to the topic at hand during the marketing and trying to solve too many problems at once. That's a big miscommunication problem. If you've ever dealt with a bunch of children, you'll understand that you cannot give 5 different directions to one group of people. You can't. You can't. And I'm not comparing market, like your adult market, to children. I'm sharing with you that no matter how old we are, you can't give multiple instructions to a group of people and then expect them to do what you want. It's going to confuse them. So you've got to make sure that each part of your system is dedicated to one specific solution. Using multiple angles, of course, but clear communication will let them know that they're not going from one problem to another, to another, to another, without any real solution. Because that's what a lot of marketers and business owners do. They're like, oh, well, let me point out this problem to you. Let me point out this problem to you. Let me point out this problem to you. But then they don't actually give you the solution. So hopefully you take away from these miscommunication errors and you can start to implement this either with your team or in your own marketing starting as soon as possible. All right, I hope you got some value from today, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Take care.